Hello everybody, welcome to a special edition of the Railspiltter Athletics Report. We're not going to be talking a whole lot tonight about Lincoln Memorial University basketball, soccer, volleyball, baseball, or any other athletics, but we will be talking about a local organization called the ROHOs that sole purpose is to help raise money to benefit needy children of the tri-state area around Christmas time. And there have been some LMU athletes, faculty and staff, and athletics department personnel that have been involved in the recent ROHO shopping spree for those children. And we'll talk about that a little bit tonight, along with President of the ROHOs, Bill Dean, and he'll join us live here in studio, so do stay with us. Now, again, this is a special edition, so if you're watching this at home, we certainly enjoy having you with us tonight on this Christmas or New Year's Eve, and we hope that you're having a happy holiday season, and that this show gives you a little bit of insight into what some others don't have and what some others do to help those people who don't have. We're going to take this break, and we'll be right back on the Railspiltter Athletics Report.
It's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrigan and Middlesboro has your fresh interest at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwiches or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner you're after, choose from a wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches that are all made specifically to order. Serving a crowd, Subway also has sandwich planners, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Be it dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. 368 Catawba Avenue in Harrigan and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro. You love your car or truck? Let us help you keep it clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's has unlimited wash plans to fit every budget. Try our $5 express wash or one of our 3 monthly wash plans. The Wheel Deal, the Soapy J, or the new Blast Wax. With our monthly wash plans, if you pay with credit card, all you do is pay for the present month and your card will be billed on the first of each month. Don't forget, Soapy J's has free vacuums with any wash. Soapy J's Express Car Wash, open 7 days a week. Let us help keep your car or truck clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. Whether institutional case good or architectural woodwork, Nolan Products Incorporated of Knoxville has been serving East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Southeast Kentucky since 1958. From concept to finish, Nolan Products custom builds to the highest quality standards to meet your facility specifications while using only the finest materials available. Nolan Products has been serving and meeting the needs and requirements of general contractors and architects in East Tennessee and surrounding area for more than 55 years. Nolan Products Incorporated, 912 Forsyth Street Northeast, Knoxville.
Welcome back to this special edition of the Railspiltter Athletics Report. I'm your host, Rusty Peace, and the holidays are upon us. All LMU athletic teams are idle right now. They've all scattered to the 4 winds. Every student on campus has gone to the 4 corners of the earth. They are no longer here on campus, and with that, it's a time to reflect on the less fortunate, and of course the family and friends of the holidays, and enjoy their time and company with them. But, recently over in Middlesboro, Kentucky, there was an event that took place that's called the ROHO Shopping Spree. Now, just to give you a little background on the ROHOs, if you've not seen this show in past years, the ROHOs are an organization that was formed officially back in 1965. They were originally members of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, and as those members were outgoing members, they were termed Exhausted Roosters. And about that same time, country music star Archie Campbell had a song out on the country music charts entitled ROHO the Rooster. Well, when these area men decided they wanted to form another club to continue serving their community, they heard the song that Archie Campbell had out on the charts. They felt like it fit, the two were a natural fit, and they adopted the name as the name of the ROHO Club. Now, the first year there was a shopping spree, 5 children from the immediate area were taken to a location down on 19th Street in Middlesboro entitled John's Store. And since that location is now gone, over the last few years it's been at the Middlesboro Walmart. This year, 322 children officially, is what the number I got last week was given to me, were taken on a shopping spree, and hundreds, literally hundreds of folks volunteered to serve as ROHO helpers for these children who were each granted an allotted amount of money that would go to clothes and toys. Joining me on the set now is Bill Dean, and he is the president of the Middlesboro ROHOs. and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about that particular event. Bill, first of all, pleasure to have you with us. First time on the set here.
Well, thank you, Rusty. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about this event. I mean, it's such a monumental task to put together that really takes the entire year before it culminates with the shopping spree. This year, the first full week in December. But you know, you go back into the spring, and you gotta go out and you get advertisers for the poster. You gotta go and you sell tickets for the event. And of course, all of those funds are put back into the pool, and that's what we go with at the end of the year to buy these children the clothes and toys that they may not otherwise have.
That's right. And in addition to that, we've initiated and started a website, and we solicit donors that way too through our website. We get quite a few through that now, especially through the Sponsor a Child program. Anyone can sponsor a child for $150. And that $150 is sponsors a child for the shopping spree. We had, you said 322. We started with 310, and some of the folks sponsored them on the spot, so we went ahead and brought those through as well.
Wow!
This year,
you grew up, so to speak, in Middlesboro and became a ROHO many years ago. What prompted you to join the club?
Well, I was a JC. For starters, with all these people that formed the ROHO. I was a little younger than those people, and so I stayed in the JCs until the time when I could be in the ROHO, and then through events in my career, I went away from Middlesboro for a number of years and came back. When I came back, I was of age to join the ROHO, so I did immediately and renewed acquaintances and old friends that were in the ROHO, and we just continued from that.
Now, how did I know that we're down to about 2, maybe 3 original members that are still with the club, only 2 of which are active, and I think that's Dr. Meredith Evans and Don Emmett. Ray Stapleton is also an original member. But what was it that prompted the original founding members to utilize a fishing tournament to raise the funds for this event?
Well, there were quite a few fishermen in our JC organization for beginners, and it just seemed like a logical step since all of us and all of them love to fish, and there were no charity tournaments at that time, so that was what sprung the actual fishing tournament. And the reason that so many of the former JCs wanted to start a club like ROHO's is the JCs years ago were very active in the community and actually built a civic center called the JC Civic Center. And all of the JC members were used to working on a project, but they decided we would just want one big project instead of 1,000 little ones. And that's how it all began. I want
to give you the opportunity here to kind of really expose the ROHO here, because you know, when you look at, there's a lot of non-profit organizations that are out there today. I mean, you're talking about Ronald McDonald House, UNICEF, the Salvation Army, et cetera, et cetera. And in most of those, if not all of those organizations, somebody at the top is taking a percentage off. Not the case with the ROHOs. Not
the case at all. We're 100% volunteer. Every nickel we take in goes to the children. There's some printing that maybe we do to get some brochures out and things like that, but I'd say 99.9% is all volunteer. There's no money taken from any of our donations except to go directly to the children.
Well, that's outstanding, and I know that, you know, for many years the ROHOs have been around, but I think it's only here in the last decade or decade and a half that they've really started to come into their own in terms of ticket sales. I know each year for the last several years we have gone higher and higher with the number of tickets we've been able to sell for that tournament, and that's done only through the support and the cooperation of a lot of area residents and businesses throughout the tri-state area. Now, Tuesday, December 8th, over at Middlesboro Walmart, the 2015 shopping spree took place, and right now we're going to break away and we're going to look at some questions and comments that some ROHO members, some others from Lincoln Memorial University, and other people throughout the community had at that particular event. Let's take a look at that.
Favorite part is today, seeing these children go through here, and
exuberance on their faces and the excitement. I see some right over here now, the excitement of a real Christmas for these kids. That's what it is for me. It touches me much.
It's all joy. We look forward to this event every year and taking care and getting to be a part of this wonderful thing in our community for all these children. It's just a huge blessing to be a part of, and we like getting ready and we like seeing those smiles on the kids' faces.
Being right here, we raise the money at the fishing tournament, but see these kids coming off of buses, seeing the parking lot full of 25 yellow buses, and the joy that the children get, the joy that the helpers get from this experience. It's great.
People knows that all the money is going to the kids, and we have a lot of people now that are making donations or supporting the kid and helping us in a lot of different ways. And we couldn't do it without the help of everyone in the community.
Oh, it's just so exciting to watch the look on the kids' face when they get a new bike and just like want to ride it around the store. Looking at things that they know they couldn't have, but now they can, and picking out their favorite colors. Just really a fulfilling experience.
My favorite part overall is just giving them whatever they want. I mean, this is an experience. Like, I did this last year too, and it's so like heart-wrenching. Like, it touches you. You get to hug the kid at the end, and they don't want to let you go. Like, I love every single moment of it. Every single moment.
I'm with Tubal Loveday of the Middlesboro ROHOs. He's a longtime member, and this is not his first go-around in terms of this shopping spree. Tubal, this event has been around now for more than 50 years. How many hundreds or even thousands of kids do you think this event has helped over the years?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't say. We started out with 5, and we're 315 now, so it's been a struggle, but we rode right on up.
You became a member many, many years ago. Why did you personally become a member?
I had to just, somebody asked me, and I said, well, I like to do things for kids, so I worked in it for, I guess, 40 years.
You've been a vital part of not only this, but of the fishing tournament, and to say that it was just to join a club, I think would be an inaccuracy. I mean, you've been so involved with this that you don't miss a meeting, very rarely. You don't miss a ROHO tournament. You don't miss a shopping spree. So it's got to mean a lot more than just being part of a club to you.
Yeah, it does. I love it. I just love to work for the kids. We do it all for the kids.
Tubal, Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Well, I think anytime you just with kids, just seeing them light up, I think it really warms my heart. You have so many kids that obviously the way this is set up is they're here, they meet a certain criteria, and they're shopped for, and this money is supposed to go to them. And you'll have these kids who would not have Christmas otherwise, wanting to buy gifts for either their siblings or for their mom and dad. And when you see a kid and you see their unselfishness, you see the giving nature, it's what really, it really makes you feel good about, the youth. And I've seen that every year where kids have come in and said, hey, let's do it. Let me buy something for my brother. Let me buy something for my sister. Let me buy something for my mom and dad. And kind of put themselves second and want to buy something for somebody else. And so, I mean, just makes you feel good inside knowing that kids have that type of perspective, that type of heart, and makes you feel good about where we are in terms of the area and the youth and the next generation coming behind.
Well, it's really grown, and Rusty Peace and the ROHO group has done a tremendous job of getting more kids. I want to say, I don't know the exact numbers, but it felt like when I first came here and first started doing this, it was in the low hundreds that were doing it, and now they've raised enough money to be able to provide for almost 300 area kids, and obviously Rusty and that ROHO group deserve a tremendous amount of, I guess, a tremendous amount of debt and thanks and praise for that, and they've done just a tremendous job.
Involved, and it took a monumental task of a lot of people to put this shopping spree together and make it run as smoothly as we did. When we come back, I'm going to let Bill Dean, our president, talk about the task of the shopping spree itself and what a huge undertaking it is to put all that together with all of those kids coming in, the schools that get them there, the people that bag the merchandise, and of course the ROHO helpers. And that's coming up when we return right here on this special edition of the Railspiltter Athletics Report.
Roofing Incorporated of La Follette has been the industry's leader in commercial roofing throughout Knoxville, Tennessee and surrounding counties for more than 30 years. From medical facilities to office buildings and educational institutions, Dixie Roofing has the experience, expertise, equipment, and know-how to handle roofing needs of any commercial structure, big or small. Dixie Roofing is also on the web at www.dixieroofing.com. Dixie Roofing Incorporated.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Welcome back to this holiday edition of the Railspiltter Athletics Report. I am your host, Rusty Peace, and I'm joined by Bill Dean, and he is the president of the Middlesboro ROHOs for the 15-16 season. Bill, we've talked about the actual fishing tournament that raises money for this shopping spree that benefits the area children, but the shopping spree itself has kind of metamorphosized here over the last few years in that when it first started, ROHO members went and actually picked up the children, but there were only 5. Now we're at a point where there's so many children, it falls upon the area schools to get them there, but you got to have enough ROHO helpers to help them. You got to have people to bag the merchandise, and it's just a huge task.
Yes, the schools really help us, plus all the volunteers we have other than ROHO members. I just want to thank all of you so much, and there's so many of you, they're too numerous to mention right now, but as you watch this right now, what you see going by now, you see all the helpers and the people, the Walmart employees all chip in, and the same employees volunteer to run the registers each year, which is a wonderful thing. All the baggers, we have ROHO members bag up all these goods for the children, and the logistics of keeping the bags separated and getting them on the right buses and getting the right kid to the right bag is all. This doesn't just happen. It's a fine-tuned machine, actually. The ROHOs really, all the members just do a wonderful job along with the helpers on making this happen.
It really is a fine-tuned machine, because when you look at the detail, I mean, you don't just come in and go through any lane. You've got designated lanes. You've got people waiting on the helpers and the kids when they come in the door. They're set to come in a designated location. They're set to go through these lanes. When they finish with those lanes, they go back to another area for the meal that the children receive. The teachers back at the schools are responsible for getting the children's sizes and what they need most, and then of course they've got to get that to the people who are the ROHO helpers. So there's a lot of stuff that's choreographed for this that makes it run as well as it does.
Right, that's absolutely correct, Rusty. And the teachers also, we give the schools the form to fill out. They fill out part of it, and they select the actual children that are going to be treated to the spree. But in addition to that, there's a consent waiver that the parents must sign of the children, so they have to get that all done as well before they start the shopping spree. Part of the situation there too is that each child gets a pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes, so we have to get the shoe sizes on the form, and all the teachers and faculty do a great job of making that all happen.
I need to add on that regard that the shoes are above and beyond the money that each child is allotted to buy clothes and toys. Now, the official number they get, the most part of that goes for clothes. That's what they need the most. But they also want the child to experience having toys, at the Christmas time. And as we've already heard a couple of the ROHO helpers say in the interviews that we had a minute ago, a lot of children choose not to necessarily buy something for themselves, but for their siblings or their mother and father. And I think that's a very unselfish thing and an example to everybody.
It is, and I've seen that over and over.
All right, you're watching video footage from the actual event itself this year, and of course, so many people involved in this particular event. I'm going to go ahead and throw a figure out there. Approximately in about a 4.5, 5 hour period, we're looking with the shoes included somewhere at around $60,000. You're talking about a group of area men who got together more than 50 years ago, 5 decades ago, and started something. Do you ever think that the original founding members thought that it would be what it is today?
Probably not, although the people of that era did think big. I'll have to say that. So maybe some of them did have the vision to think that this might happen, and it certainly has happened beyond most people's expectations.
Bill, this is a tough economy, and seems like for the last several years we've been able to sell more tickets than the year before, This is an economically depressed area, yet when it comes down to the kids, it seems like those who don't have. I had a lady stop me in there during the shopping spree that day who was in a wheelchair, an electric-powered wheelchair, and handed $5. I mean, every little bit counts. That's a ticket right there. That's one of the 6,000 plus tickets, 6,500 that we would sell.
Yeah, that's just amazing. Another story that I know that touched me is one of the schools, we allotted 15 children. Well, the faculty thought that they had 5 more than the 15 that were needy and deserving to come to this event, so they took up a collection themselves and sponsored 5 additional children that they brought with them. So all the ROHO members and helpers had to hustle around and find their shoe sizes to get them the shoes as well. But it went okay.
One of the things I think that's really kind of given the ROHOs a springboard to help more children was the addition of the Sponsor a Child. And I think actually it was Lawrence Tuck's wife, Barbara Tuck, that came up with the idea, and that gave us a springboard. You came up with something here recently, and you mentioned it a few minutes ago about sponsoring children, and you could do it online now through our website.
Yes, on our website, which is www.rohofishing.org. You can sponsor a child, or you can make a small donation, or you can even order a ROHO cap or ROHO t-shirt. Any profits from the sale of any of these items goes directly to the children.
Yeah, 100% nonprofit. And again, this shopping spree is over. 2015 is done. The children are taken care of. We're now looking ahead into the future for 2016, and of course, it's a whole new game. We're starting from scratch again. We're going to start building the funds, and then of course, December of 2016, the goal is to take even more children on that shopping spree, and with your support, we certainly will, and we certainly appreciate what you've done for the ROHOs over their first 5 decades of existence. Bill, obviously there's a lot of people out there that are gaining interest in this organization. A lot of guys that are watching tonight might have interest in becoming a member. How would they do that?
Well, we have a meeting the first Monday of every month, and it's at the Middlesboro Country Club, and we would welcome any of you to just walk in. If you don't know a ROHO member, just walk in. You'd be welcome. You can see how we operate, attend a meeting, break bread with us, and see how it goes. If you decide to be a member, we'll sign you up right on the spot.
That sounds great, and we'd love to have you folks. If you'd like to find out more information, again, you can go to our website, rohofishing.org, or you can find us on Facebook at ROHO Fishing. ROHO Fishing Club, and we'd certainly invite you to, if you have questions or comments, you can reach out to us, email us. You can reach the email through the website, or in fact, you can message us right there on Facebook, and we'll reply. But we're trying to take the step into the modern era, and in the process of doing that, our goal is to help more children, and we certainly want you to be a part of that if in fact you have any desire to do so. Bill, we want to thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to you and your
Merry
family.
Christmas.
And Happy New Year. We're going to take a brief time out. We come back, we'll close the show out as we look into 2016. You're watching the Railspiltter Athletics Report Christmas and Holiday Special.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Join the Vive Broadband TV revolution. Vive gives you the freedom to choose with loads of new channels like Up TV, The Hub, The Blaze, and Cubo. Vive's Watch TV Everywhere feature gives you the freedom to watch participating channels just about anywhere, anytime, on any device. And Vive Broadband Speed gives you the freedom to power internet TV services like Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, and Google Chromecast. Join the TV revolution at vivebroadband.com.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
Special thanks to ROHO President Bill Dean for joining us on set tonight. And incidentally, he did tell me before departing the show that already for 2016, 32 child sponsors have already been signed up, and we've already got 32 of the many, many children that we'll take care of ready to go for the 2016 shopping spree. We certainly hope from both the ROHOs and from Lincoln Memorial University that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2016. As we close out tonight's show, here's those interviews again from the recent ROHO shopping spree.
The part is today, seeing these children go through here and the exuberance on their faces and the excitement. I see some right over here now, the excitement of a real Christmas for these kids. That's what it is for me. It touches me much.
It's all joy. We look forward to this event every year and taking care and getting to be a part of this wonderful thing in our community for all these children. It's just a huge blessing to be a part of, and we like getting ready, and we like seeing those smiles on the kids' faces.
Being right here, we raise the money at the fishing tournament, but see these kids coming off of buses, seeing the parking lot full of 25 yellow buses, and the joy that the children get, the joy that the helpers get from this experience. It's great.
People knows that all the money is going to the kids, and we have a lot of people now that are making donations or supporting a kid and helping us in a lot of different ways. And we couldn't do it without the help of everyone in the community.
Oh, it's just so exciting to watch the look on the kids' face when they get a new bike and just like want to ride it around the store. Looking at things that they know they couldn't have, but now they can, and picking out their favorite colors. Just really a fulfilling experience.
My favorite part overall is just giving them whatever they want. I mean, this is an experience. Like, I did this last year too, and it's so like heart-wrenching. Like, it touches you. You get to hug the kid at the end.